To freeze or not to freeze. Pros and cons of freezing coffee. Hey there, coffee lovers! Ever wondered if you could pop your coffee beans or grounds in the freezer? Well, you're not the only one who has been confused about this. There's been a lot of buzz about whether freezing your coffee is a good idea. Well, I've dug into this, and here's the scoop. Freezing your coffee can be pretty handy, especially if you're a bulk buyer or you've scored some fancy beans you want to savor over time. It's like pressing pause on your coffee's aging process. The cold slows down oxidation, which means your coffee keeps its flavor longer. Plus, it's a great shield against those flavor killers: heat, light, and humidity. But here's the thing, freezing isn't without its drawbacks. Ever noticed how a cold drink sweats on a hot day? The same can happen to your coffee when you take it out of the freezer. That moisture can mess with the flavor. And if you're constantly freezing and thawing, you might lose some of those subtle notes that make your coffee special. Now, if you're asking me what's the best way to store coffee, I'd say it depends on how fast you go through it. For most of us, the simplest method is often the best. Keep your coffee in an airtight container, away from light and heat. A kitchen cupboard works great. If you're using it within a few weeks, this is all you need. But let's say you've got more coffee than you can drink in a month. That's when freezing can come in clutch. Just remember to divide it into small portions before you freeze. That way you're not thawing and refreezing the same batch over and over. Ground coffee, it's a bit trickier. It loses flavor faster than whole beans, so I always recommend buying whole beans and grinding as you go. But if you must store ground coffee, keep it in smaller batches and use it up quicker. Here's a pro tip. Always check the roast date when you buy coffee. The fresher, the better. Try to use it within 2 to 4 weeks of roasting for the best flavor. Bottom line, for everyday use, stick to room temperature storage in an airtight container. It's simple and effective. But if you need long-term storage, don't be afraid to use your freezer. Just do it right, and your future self will thank you with a delicious cup of joe. Remember, the best method is the one that works for you and your coffee habits. So go ahead, experiment a little. Your perfect cup is waiting. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Stay tuned for our next video.